mouse, or that screen phone, you're watching Spread Those Wings.
That doesn't have the same effect at all. Fucking Tim Hortons. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spread Those Wings, episode 247. I'm not joined by the Captain Cajun, but by the family of the Captain Cajun. Rodney is back. And Jesse, welcome
Mrs.
back.
Rodney.
Mrs. Rodney. And of course, as always, the dry rub daddy. Hey, you drive that fucking truck to Syracuse. Don't make me fucking make you.
Slave labor.
This week we went to Curry's on Kenmore Ave, across from St. Joe's. Apparently they really like everybody from St. Joe's there. The whole menu's like, we support our Marauders. I'm like, I don't know what that means. The map.
It's probably like the family of like a kid that goes there.
They said that they support everybody,
Really?
young and old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, come in the bar. 18, 16, who cares? Sounds like the tiki bar to me.
Yeah.
But we got a medium, a honey mustard Cajun, although it doesn't look like there's a lot of honey mustard at all.
Just more Cajun-y?
Yeah, it's very Cajun-y.
Ooh.
There's a little bit of honey mustard on there. And a hot. And the problem here is they didn't really label what's what.
We'll find
What's
out.
a mystery?
I ate the top one, and it wasn't really hot, but it also wasn't not hot. So I'm calling the top one the medium.
Medium?
Yeah. They were super nice. They were actually very cheap. $1.50 a wing.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know, Gary, what do you think?
You think this one's
That,
medium?
because that looks like it's got the same sauce is the problem.
What do the other ones look like?
The other ones are distinctly Cajun.
Oh, okay. I think these look brighter.
So you think that is hot? You want to do that as a medium? Fuck it. It's our show. Who
Here
cares?
we go.
Kyle, Jesse, Rodney?
Start with this one. The medium, I guess.
Yeah, I think. Grab that, Gary. That little toast. Oh my god. The streaks are unreal, Gary.
Is this
That is
their
yours.
blue cheese?
That's their blue cheese, yes.
Oh wait, hold on. Sorry.
Although I could do it with Wingfest blue cheese still. Lord knows we've got enough. To another
Wait a
episode.
minute, I'm trying
Another episode.
Gary, I think you made the right call.
Yeah.
Mm. I like their blue cheese.
If it would stick, I'd like it more. Not the worst.
I think it's not sticking because the wing's saucy.
The wing's greasy.
Greasy, there you go, yeah.
You know, pick apart the wings.
That's fine.
We know.
Heather would do the same exact thing if she was on the show. Right, Heather?
Yep. How many women have you had on the podcast? I mean, like, if you had a guess. I don't expect you to sit here and count, but...
It's definitely more than 10.
Yeah. I want to know how many of us pick at it.
It's not just even a women's thing.
No?
No. Former host of the show, not Ryan, pre-Ryan, his douchebag brother. Definitely, and I think he did it methodically. We had a suicide wing, and he picked the wing apart, and I think he got under the skin, so he only had the meat.
Yeah.
He never
Okay,
tasted the
so he
suicide.
cheated.
Oh yeah, he acted like it hurt him, and on review, you could see him just shredding this wing, and just eating very, very small amounts.
Cheater. Cheater.
Gary, do you want to start us off?
Yeah. It wasn't that far of a drive, and they're not totally crispy. They're not flaccid, but they're not really crispy. I'm gonna go with a 7.
Okay.
Meat, I'm gonna go with 7.5. The drum that I had wasn't that big, and the other ones in there didn't look much bigger. Sauce, I'll go with an 8. I think the amount of sauce on there is pretty good. There wasn't a ton at the bottom, but flavor, I'll go with a 7.5. It was a basic medium flavor, nothing really to it, nothing special, nothing to write home about.
Very traditional.
Price, I'll go with an 8. I think it's a fair price. It was $50 total with the tip, so it's not too bad. And then that should be a 76.
There you go.
Wow, doing the math in the head. That's impressive.
I'm not
It
doing
wasn't
that.
right here on the phone, right?
Oh, you didn't look over?
No, I did.
I thought you had it. Goddamn.
I wasn't going to say anything because you were giving me the problem.
For a second, I was like, I can't tell if he really didn't catch any of that. Rodney?
All right, so for flavor, I'll go with the 7. I thought it was pretty solid. Nothing. It wasn't too hot or anything like that. I think it was a traditional.
I think that's the best way to call it.
Traditional. Sauce, I'll go with a 7 as well. I'd say there was enough, but my hands are dripping with
Agreed.
sauce.
Most of it's in the blue cheese.
Yeah, most of it is in the blue cheese. For crispy, the wing I had was pretty crispy, so I'll give it an 8. Price, the $50 seems fair. It seems like good quality and quantity ratio, so I'll go with an 8 on there. And what am I missing? Meat. I had a pretty juicy wing, so I'll give that one a 9.
You're going to be very close to Gary.
78.
There you go.
Did the math in my head.
Yeah. I'm just spitballing myself. He didn't look at anything. Jess?
All right, so flavor, I'm gonna go with the 7 as well. Same reason you guys said. Crisp, I'm gonna go with the 6. Mine was not very crispy. Meat, I will give it probably an 8.5. Mine was very meaty. And looking at the other ones, they looked healthy.
I like that.
Yes. Then
Looking healthy.
Healthy.
they looking healthy. Yes. Where is I going? Sauce, I would say probably an 8. Good amount of sauce.
And then
And
the price.
Give it a 9. Yeah, I think that's a good price to me.
77.
I think that would average right now to 77,
Yeah.
if I did my math correct. That I did in my head.
How much better are you at math with doing this podcast?
Ridiculously. It's not fair. Like, there are times where I'm just like, okay, we got that. She's like, what am I getting? Yeah. I kind of, like, I'll go through them if I don't have a phone when I'm editing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, we're here. We're good. I have to fact check it and shit. It's weird. I'm kind of with Kyle on this. And it makes me concerned that they definitely didn't, like, cook all their wings across the board the same. Because Kyle had a drum, I had a flat, you had a flat, he had a drum. 2 said it wasn't super crispy. 2 were going to say it was decently crispy. I'm going to come in with an 8 on the crisp. Like, it wasn't pizza place break your teeth crispy, but amount of meat, I'll give him an 8 as well. We'll be fair there. Flavor's a 7. It is exactly what we've all said. It's a very traditional medium. If I went outside of Buffalo and got that, I'd probably be blown away. In Buffalo, that's like your standard.
Yeah.
Amount of sauce, I'm gonna go 6.5. I want more, and I don't want it to be falling off of my blue cheese. But I will redeem them. I'm gonna give them an 8.5 on the price, like $1.50 a wing. As much as we should be seeing wings come down, I'm seeing that they were cheap. Their menu post online from last year had it at $18 a wing. They're $18 for 10 wings, so $1.80 a wing. They're not just price gouging and staying there, so I'll come in with a 76 on that.
They averaged out pretty well on that first wing.
Not the worst.
Across the board.
It won't kill them, I guess is the nice thing, Gary. We're going to this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna try this. This looks very crispy.
I'm excited for this one.
This looks very good.
That could have helped.
Looks,
I'm
ca-
very
looks Cajun
excited.
enough.
Is it Cajun enough for the Cajun Club? We can go right in on this. Wow.
What was it mixed with again?
Honey mustard.
I love honey mustard.
I like this.
This is something very different. Fuck with it. So when I called them, it was the only issue I really had. They wouldn't take an early order.
Oh.
How early?
I called them like 3 o'clock this afternoon. They're like, "Oh, just call back like 40 minutes before you're ready."
That
But
sucks.
I spoke to the woman on the phone. Quite honestly, they don't have like a super like crazy menu. But I'm like, hey, like, are we able to like combine flavors? She's like, yeah, I do it all the time. And that was how we came up with this.
Oh.
It
So
wasn't.
this is like
It's like
this
a
flavor?
double dip almost, like what Elmo's offers. She's like, yeah, I do Cajun mediums all the time. And I'm like, well, we don't want to oversauce the mediums.
I actually really like that.
Go for it.
It was tasty.
I feel
Gary,
like
do you need another one for the blue cheese or
Yeah, I'll go with another one.
Kyle, want another one?
Yeah.
It's one of those nice things with the flavor. Sometimes you have to double down.
That's as close to like a barbell Cajun honey butter I think you're gonna get.
I'm gonna give him a really good compliment too, Gary. It reminds me of Elmo's. The double dip is done very well.
That barbell, like Cajun honey butter, is one of my favorite wings of all time. And a lot of places try to do it, but
Do it poorly.
yeah, this is pretty good.
I'll start us off. I'm gonna go with an 8.5 on the crisp. Definitely crispier. They threw it on the grill, but if you've watched this show, you know I am not a fan of grilled wings all the time because if you hold them on too long,
It just ruins it.
it overtakes the flavor, and there was no additional flavor from the grill. So either they clean their grill frequently or they had them on for the right amount of time. Amount of meat, it's an 8. Kind of the same as where we were. Wing size didn't really get any bigger or smaller. Amount of sauce, I'm going to eat my words here. I'm going to give that a 9. Usually I would have wanted more, but I feel like that was like the perfect,
It was balanced.
the perfect medium. A little more would have knocked it a 10, but like I'm not going to knock it what I had. Flavor, I'm going to go 9 as well. That was a really nice combination. And I'll go 9 on the price. Like for something like that, I'd buy that again. I'm going to come in with an 87.
Coming in hot.
Jess?
Flavor for me, I would say probably like a 9.5. I really like that one. Love anything honey mustard. It was honey mustard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I hope so.
For crisp, I would say probably a 9. And the sauce, probably an 8. I kind of liked how it had a good balance between the crisp and the sauce, which I feel like is hard to do.
Agreed.
For meat, I would give it a 7, a little bit lower than the other one, just because I had 2. I had a flat and I had a drum, and the drum was definitely not as healthy. And the price, I'll go back again a 9.
You're going to roll in with an 85.
So for crisp, I'm going to go straight off the bat with a 9. I thought it was crispy. They were well done and beautiful. Flavor, I thought it was really well balanced with the Cajun and the honey mustard, so I'm going to give that a 8.5. Price, I'll go with a 9. I would get those just on their own.
Yeah.
It's like a 10 pack
Oh,
for
yeah.
lunch. Sauce, I'm going to give it a 9 as well. And what am I missing?
Price?
9 at price. Yeah, price, flavor,
Crisp. Meat?
flavor, meat. I'll give it an 8 on that.
Still going to come in with an 87.
87.
They're rolling high right now. They're like a 86.33.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll still give them some high praises here. Definitely way crispier. I don't know if it was their sauce. It must have been the way that they prepared them. Definitely way crispier than the original medium. I'm going to go with an 8.5 on the crisp. 7.5 on the meat. I'm going to keep it similar. They weren't much different than the other ones size-wise. Sauce / dry rub, because it's the Cajun seasoning is the dry rub. I'm going to go with a 9. I think the amount on there is perfect. Flavor, I'm going to go with a 9.5. I really enjoyed it. Nice Cajun flavor to it, but they got that sweet honey flavor. It really blends well. The price, I'll go with an 8.5 because if they charged extra for them, I would pay extra for them, but I don't think we got them charged. So that's an 86.
We're rolling right there. That's
It's a high score.
yeah. It's a good score at least.
It's a good wing.
It'll keep in the running to be potentially top 25 if this hot isn't terrible.
Ooh.
I've seen it before. Like it's like an 83 now to get on the back end of the top
Okay.
25.
So it all comes down to the hot.
Yeah. Gary, want to open that up?
Yeah. I don't have high hopes just because it looks similar to the medium one.
Yeah. I'm not too.
Nice healthy one for you.
This one looks very healthy.
And
Do we have to
back
pardon the
Gary.
wing like they pardon the turkey for Thanksgiving?
Save one.
Have you guys had turkey wings?
Do we do turkey wings, or was it just a really big chicken wings up at all time?
No, they were technically just drumsticks. We've never done like an actual turkey.
I know a lot of people do actually do turkey wings for Thanksgiving.
We had an episode during Pirate Fest where instead of doing chicken wings, they did full chicken legs. I think that's the closest we've come to doing like a turkey wing.
Those aren't hot at all.
I wouldn't even know.
The medium or the hot, I can't tell.
That was why I was a little confused on which was which. Corby agrees. Down there yelling child's play.
I do think these are the hot. They're just not hot.
They aren't hot at all. Jesse,
And,
what do you think?
Normally, like, if I have a hot wing, I will take a sip of my drink immediately. And I'm able to actually, like, eat it.
I think the biggest complaint I'm going to have is I gave them full control. Like I told them, like, yeah, whatever your hottest you can make is.
And this is the hottest they can make.
That's what they made. I probably would have been better doing like a hot Cajun. Would have actually worked as a slightly spicier version.
I always talk to Kyle about it. Like, a lot of places don't really care about the hot because it's not a popularly ordered wing, so they're very just like...
In Buffalo, if you're getting wings and you're from out of town, chances are you're getting a mild or medium.
Yeah.
They don't want to taint what they have and make it too hot. And I think when you're in Buffalo, you're just like, you know what? I could go hotter. And it's just like, you have those specialty hot wings, but a lot of places are just like, yeah, you know what? Jim Bob at the bar doesn't come in and order it, so I'm just I'm gonna worry about the medium. And I mean, to some places it works.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Barbell. Barbell suicides hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Duff's. You go in there and it's like our medium is hot, or hot is extra hot.
Dude, I don't want to talk about Duff's. Duff's episode 200, I've never seen your brother more pissed at me.
Just from eating a hot wing?
We made a mistake on episode 2 of the show. We thought we ordered it, we swore we had it, and Gary and I looked at each other like, this isn't that hot. And I talked Ryan and I was like, well, you know, if it's your last show for a while, let's do the Death Wing. Was it the Death Wing? That fucked all of us up. Kyle, you want to start us off?
Sure. So for flavor, I'm going to go lower on that just because I didn't feel as there was much flavor, so I'm going to go 6.5. For crisp, mine was pretty crispy, so I'll give it an 8. Meat, it was less than the ones I had before. It was kind of more slim pickings, but I'll still go with a 7 on that. Did I do flavor already?
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
Price. I'll give it a 7. I wouldn't pay for those.
I think you might be missing sauce as well.
Sauce. I couldn't tell the difference between that and the medium, so I'm gonna go 7 for that.
Yeah, so I know that it wasn't super highly graded, but I knew it wasn't also a 28. 71. Not the worst.
No.
That's the biggest problem we ever see with hots. Like when you get a hot, it's either going to make them or break them.
Yeah.
Jesse?
Flavor, I guess for me, probably just a 6.5. It's still like I said, I'm not really a hot wing person, but I definitely expected more. Like if I eat a hot wing, I'm supposed to like...
You want to feel it.
Yes, I want to need my drink. For sauce, I'm gonna give it a 6, because it was weird how somehow my medium wing, which we're pretty sure is medium, had a lot more sauce to me than the hot. So it was a little weird. Meat, I will give it an 8.5. Very healthy. Crisp, I'll give it a 7. It was like okay, crispy. And then price again, I would no. I'll take it down to like an 8. Just because for that, I probably wouldn't pay for that. If I was a hot wing eater, I probably wouldn't pay for that.
I think you matched right with
Really?
Rodney here with a 72. Dry rub daddy.
I think other than crisp, I'm gonna go with a 7 on the crisp, and then the rest is gonna just be 6.5. Only because it's fairly poorly advertised as a hot wing. I would have never guessed it's a hot wing. Overall, it doesn't taste bad, but it's basically just like a medium wing. So if you're advertising as a hot wing, it's not a hot wing. It's pretty basic score, 66.
Just like the root. I'm going to start it off with some compliments here. Meat, I'm going to go 8.5. That first swing, I ended up cheating and having that before the show to try to figure out what was what. It wasn't a bad size wing. That second wing was huge. I'm going to go with an 8 on the crisp. It wasn't the crispiest, but like for how big those wings are, to not dry them out and still have some crisp to it, there's a bit of an art form to that. I'll give them that. Now we're going to go down 6.5 on the sauce. Like it's the same as medium. There wasn't a lot. It's sliding off into my blue cheese, which has to be homemade, by the way.
Yeah.
Like,
it's pretty good. It's good blue cheese.
I had a chunk of blue cheese that big.
Yeah.
You don't get that in jarred blue cheese, so.
No.
Flavor, it's a 6.5 also. Like, that is what you get when you go to Applebee's and ask for hot. I'm sorry. That's it. That's the truth.
I think Applebee's is hotter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 7 on the price. It's still not a bad wing. Like, we've referred to this in the past here. If I was out at a bar drinking and I got that in front of me after a night of drinking, am I gonna be upset? No.
Mm-hmm.
Am I gonna go out of my way for that? No. I'll come in with a 73. I feel like I give them a little mercy on that.
Are they just a restaurant? Or are they also a bar or anything?
I think it's both.
Said
It's like,
bar and
when I
bar
went
and
in,
pub.
like, the left was a restaurant, and they were sitting people, and the right was the bar.
Oh yeah.
So like they
got
split it up half and half.
I mean, that's what they mainly make it for. People going to the bar.
100%.
So
It's
it's not like the something that they're like that invested in.
we almost went a whole different route, but I knew that it was really playing with fire with Gary. Gary is not a fan of Asian wings.
No, but
And
it was the only one on
he
the
was
menu
like,
that
well, the only thing we haven't
tried.
done in a while is we want to do a teriyaki, and I'm like, yeah, that's really playing with fire, though. I'm happy we did that.
I'm happy we did those.
Those were really good.
Yeah.
Barbecue.
Unfortunately, I think they are going to fall short of the top 25. It sucks. I almost feel like we need to come up with like a barbecue wing ranking.
I know.
Because so much of our specialty wing rankings is just barbecue fucking wings.
Do you have a blue cheese ranking?
No, but we probably should.
Probably Mooney's would
Yeah.
be number one.
There was another
You
one.
think so?
Mooney's is garlic infused and it is very good.
I don't like theirs.
There was another one similar to Mooney's with more garlic in it.
I can't remember what it was.
I don't remember who it was either. But like, we had my mom try it and she was infatuated with it. They were really good.
What's that one place on Transit?
Where on transit?
Like near my old store.
So Williamsville. Is it yours? Is it transit or is it mean near transit?
It might.
It's not Mooney's. It's not Mooney's.
No, I'm looking.
Fucking nuts.
No, there's one that's got like. Oh, what's the name? They have really good blue cheese. That's all I'm saying is they have wonderful blue cheese.
What's up here? Kyle? Jesse, anything you guys want to say to the audience?
I will.
Hello, Lily.
She's not going to be able to see this. I have to market every week to comment for children.
She could bring it in for show and tell.
Yes. There wasn't too much cussing. I think it was age appropriate.
We've gotten slightly better at it, actually.
Yeah.
Is it Brightsmith? That's actually on me.
Yeah. I can't think what it
She
is.
will just sit with up right
I
at the
will,
text
yes.
about the blue cheese. Gary.
Sorry, I'm not sick. It's a side effect.
You're sick. It's fine. Everyone's
He's
sick.
mentally sick, and so am I. We got 247 episodes to watch.
T-Tribe TV Pro, .squarespace.com. That's where all of our podcasts are. Current, past, present, future, whatever, all of our stuff. All our sponsors are on there. Mickey Two Scoops, taking a break till March. Thank you for summertime.
You better dial that up for opening day.
Yeah.
We pop.
Angel's Wing Sauce, AWS Wing Sauce, Angel Wing Sauce, AWS
Yeah.
Wing Sauce, and the Rib Sauce, the Blood Jesus.
Oh
That's what they
yeah.
call
We've
it.
not had that, but the AWS sauce. If you like maple,
Yeah.
I got some of the fridge. We'll bring some out.
Okay.
That shit actually slaps. That is. It's a spicy maple, and it's not like hot. It's like a medium sauce mixed with maple. Yeah, buddy.
I'll have to tell you something.
Oh boy.
Kind of love the sauce. It's unrelated to the show. Chicken_dipping. Use code 706 to get 15% off on any of your orders.
Just plug it in. Shout out to some of our shows out there at the moment. There's a draft in here. Unhinged and Untethered. They're both somewhat on hiatuses. It's tough to plan and make shit happen with 6 moving parts. We have one episode of There's a Draft in here in the bank that I need to get out. I can't wait for it to get out, and it's fucking hasn't yet. We have a whole Henson verse draft that is just waiting to break free. It's great.
You'll get there.
Then we'll get there. Trying to work on that soon. I think that's really Jeanette at the beauty parlor.
I keep thinking of her old name because
Yeah, I always want. It just made it was way more fun to say therapy sessions and just overly pronounce the T. But it's the beauty parlor now. Her sister Miranda is giving little tattoos out of the parlor now.
Oh, that's cool.
Those are pretty fucking cool. She's also part of Unhinged and Untethered, so perfect segue there. But I think that'll do it until next time. So, Gary, you keep on spreading those wings. We're gonna spread your legs.
Consensually.
Peace out.
Cue the music.